So welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to be sharing how I resurfaced this rather large asphalt driveway. This driveway is over 50 years old. The people that used to own this property, they used to work at a stone quarry, and he had access and friends that are in the asphalt business, and he had this driveway paved as well as a portion of the gravel road that runs along the side of this property. Needless to say, after he passed away, the county decided to stop maintaining that portion of the chip and sealed road. This property's on a corner and the county road was already paved, or chip and sealed, however you want to look at it. This video is going to show a lot of challenges that you may not have to deal with where you're at. This property has a lot of agricultural equipment that goes by, lots of dust and dirt collect on the driveway, and it probably hasn't been seal coated as often as it should have been. Seal coating preserves your asphalt, but at this point, it's not doing so much preserving as it is cosmetics. The quality of job that you end up with is largely determined by the prep work that you do. However, the seal coating is pretty forgiving, and you'll see afterwards how much of a difference it makes. So I started out several days ago with an all weed killer. I used some Paramitol that I had around, and I think it was pretty old and didn't do a very good job. You could use Roundup or anything with the glyphosate in it. That would work really well too. And if you can do this a week or two before you start, that would be best, because then the vegetation has time to deteriorate and won't be a problem for you. Vegetation is not your friend when it comes to seal coating. So after a week or so, I came out to check the condition of the driveway, and I took my weed eater or weed whacker, whatever you want to call it, and went around, and just anything that was still left, I tried to buzz off with a string trimmer. If you don't get every little last bit, it's not a big deal. Make sure that you try to get everything that's above the surface. That will definitely help you out. After I did that, I went around with an edger and scraped any dirt that had started to creep its way onto the asphalt. Along the driveway, it's pretty bad shape and there's lots of gaps, but I try to scrape the dirt back as much as I can so I don't get the seal coat mixed in with the dirt. I also take the brush a lot of times and just paint the pieces along the edge just to make it look a little nicer, a little bit more finished. So I went around and just moved all the dirt and grass that I could away from the asphalt to expose as much as I could. It's really messy at the ends of my driveway because the county puts gravel and chip and seal there, and they're always getting it on my driveway. And then my driveway is actually a little bit lower than the road, so as it rains and stuff, it washes dirt into the driveway, and that just causes more issues as well. So I'm trying to clean that all back so I can try to get as much of my driveway coated as I can. Obviously at some point we're probably going to lose the battle with this asphalt, but the kids really enjoy it because they can ride their bikes on it, and it just makes the place look a lot sharper, so we're trying to make it last as long as we can. So after I got all the dirt and grass and vegetation off the driveway the best I could, then I took a leaf blower and a garden hose and started washing all the debris and dirt that's in the cracks. You want to have the cracks cleaned out about 1/4 inch deep, so that if you're going to fill them with crack filler, or even when you're seal coating, that can get in there and actually adhere to the edge of the asphalt instead of trying to adhere to the dirt. An asphalt sealer will not stick to the dirt. I don't have a power washer, and truthfully, I prefer the leaf blower and the garden hose over the power washer. I've used a power washer in the past. What I've found is that some of the pieces that are detached from the rest of the asphalt, the power washer has a tendency to wash some of that dirt out from underneath it, and then I end up with loose pieces. Not only that, I am wetting down any dirt and debris that I need to blow off of the driveway, but then I'm actually taking the leaf blower and blowing the debris and the water off the driveway, which helps it to dry quicker, and I just feel like I have more control. To me, it works a lot better. After that's all good and dry, it's time to fill the cracks. All right, I'm gonna start filling some of these bigger holes with some of this pavement repair. You basically just put it in the hole, tamp it down, and that's all you do. I decided to clean this area out, so I'm gonna have to sweep it up because I don't want to get all over the rest of the driveway. Now that I got all the biggest holes filled in, I'm gonna go around and start filling all the bigger cracks and then working my way down till I'm out of crack filler. I mean, technically you could fill every crack there was, but the Sealcoat will also fill in a bunch of the cracks. I got 3 of these gallon jugs, so we'll see how far we go. Just cut the little tip off, and I've already taken the seal off. We're gonna start with the big cracks. All right, so yesterday we filled in all the cracks and all the big holes that were in the asphalt here, and overnight vehicles and stuff went past on the gravel roads and put some dust back on the driveway. So we're gonna start by using the leaf blower and blowing everything off so we can start as clean as possible. I ran out of crack filler, so I know there's some more cracks I'm gonna have to fill once we seal coat it, but it's good as it's gonna get right now, and rain's coming tomorrow, so I have to get this done. All right, got the driveway blown back off. Sorry about the wind, it's kind of a windy day today, which is gonna make it nice for me because it won't be near as hot. So this is what I'm gonna use this year. It's a 5-year sealer that I got from, I think, Home Depot. I've used different things through the years. The brand probably doesn't matter that much as long as it's, I wouldn't ever get the cheapest kind. Like they make sometimes a 1-year, 3-year. The cheaper the sealer, the less it's gonna last and the worse job it's gonna do as far as filling in your cracks and just holding up against, you know, wear and tear. So this is what I'm using this year, and it should last me for several years. When you're doing this job, definitely don't want to wear something nice. Wear some old pants and shoes that you don't care if they get ruined, because most likely they won't be any good when you're done, because this stuff gets everywhere, especially when you're mixing it up. I'm using a, I believe this is a drywall mud mixer, but it works great on this driveway sealer. And you definitely want to power it with an electric drill, a corded electric drill, because this takes a lot of juice and it will tear up anything that's lightweight. So you want a pretty good hefty corded drill to do this. You definitely want to mix this stuff on part of the driveway, because as careful as you try to be, it will splatter. A variable speed drill is best. This drill I have, I think, is only a 2-speed, so it's either slow or fast. So I've got to kind of keep it in the slow speed, maybe just hit the fast speed once in a while, or I'm going to have it all over me. So part of starting this job is to figure out where you want to start and where you want to end. I definitely want this part, this main huge part, the wide part here, coated really well. But I want to have an area right here to mix my sealer. I'm going to do a large section here, go out towards the road there, and then come back and work my way this way. So I'm going to start out by going along this patio here that I don't want to get sealer on. Just outline this edge here so I don't have to worry about it in the future. I found this goes a lot better if you keep a pretty good puddle of sealer going, because it helps fill in your cracks a lot better than trying to pull a little bit. So you just kind of pull that tool along there and it fills it in for you. So I just turn around, kind of go back the other way. I'm a little light down here, so I'm going to add some more. When it comes to the edge and these pieces here that are just over time just basically breaking off, I just take a little bit of my brush side and I really just paint them so that they look nice, because I'm not going to try to fill in all those spaces. It's just pretty much a waste of sealer. So I just paint them because it makes it look a lot nicer once it dries, but it doesn't put a lot of extra sealer in there if it's cracked. And it doesn't get a lot much dirt into my not a big deal, it just doesn't look as pretty. So we went over the whole thing and we still have 2 buckets left in this partial I just dumped. So I'm kind of making this a little bit sharper here along the cement, and then there's always a few light areas where maybe you pulled it a little bit too fast and didn't get quite a good coating. So I think I'm just gonna maybe use the last 2 buckets up in the main area here and call it a day. So that's gonna pretty much do it for the video. I'm whooped from yesterday, cleaning it all, just getting it all prepped, and then today getting it all done in one day. This is a pretty big area to do in a, I don't know, maybe a 5 or 6 hour period. And but rain's coming tomorrow, so I needed to get it all done today. I will put in the description the square footage of this. I don't know offhand what it is. I know I used 16 to get it done, and then I had 2 extras. So I bought 18 buckets, but you could have did it in 16. I will put that in the description though for any of you that want to know. And until next time, guys, good luck with all your projects.